will be on the defense. Stico, defuse kit, and a smoke grenade. Everybody else, pure Kevlar. Astralis with 2 grenade men. They've got 2 smoke grenades. Will we see one maybe towards the heaven position? I don't know. Glaive's on the outside with a P250, perhaps spotted Oscar towards the main position. He will bounce the smoke in that direction as Astralis focus on the ramp.
Yep, and Robs will make first contact, and he'll make contact with the floor as well. Face first. Debris leading the charge towards that lower bomb site. And the kill came in so quickly that you can see they're just on the lower site now. They just get a plant. They've got all the map control. This is horribly bad for Mousesports. Speaking of them winning a pistol, looks very unlikely at this point. That's actually why you play very slowly as a ramp player. You fall back, you fall back, you fall back. It's just to buy time so your teammates can rotate. And you can see this is the result. If you die really quickly, it's a plant and great control. The Glock's doing massive damage, and there you go. 1, 2, 3, ABC, just easy for Astralis there.
Bingo, bango, bongo. It's a good start. So will it be the force buy? Sunny's... I think Sunny dropped a scout for Chris J. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. There appears to be a pause after the first round, so maybe it'll be a restore or something. But that's a good start for Astralis. I do wonder if we will see the full force buy. I want to see more force buys from CT teams when they lose the pistol, because honestly, as I have said more than once before, I feel like it's more important to start with more money and have a better buy on round 4 than it is to start on round 3 with less money in a worse situation where you're less able to defend area.
Yeah, and I mean, this map is, it can be map dependent. There's some maps where you really need a lot of utility. This, I think, really is one of them on the CT side. It's like Inferno. You need to be able to shut down those choke points and create time problems for your opponents.
Yeah, and AWP is obviously crucial. Chris J has been dropped a scout, so he's got 1350 in the bank, so he's going to have an AWP in their first buy round, and that's so crucial for Mousesports, especially when you have that level of talent. But there are 2 Deagle kills here for Mousesports. They still have position, and now Oscar's got a UMP, and now he's dead. But he knows where one of the players is. They've got a man advantage, Mousesports, and weapons can be collected. Sticker's got an AK-47.
Yep, UMP by Sunny as well. Device will not take any damage there, but Dupree is down to 5 HP. Sunny's been smoked off in the hub area. Ooh, this is a tense one here for Astralis. They've got to find a way out of this situation. It's going to be difficult. Zipex, though, he's pressuring this lower bomb site. He's smoking it as well, which will definitely send alarm bells ringing for Mousesports as the bomb will go down on that lower site for free. And Sunny and Rops, what can they do here? They should really try to give it a go. Of course, there's guns perhaps to be collected as well. You can see Rops is searching to see what he can find. Do they try to hold on to guns that they can collect, which can be a really smart way to play this? No kit as well, so that might be the play indeed. And double peek coming in. Dupree very weak. Sunny has been unleashed, and he should be able to find the frag unless Dupree just hides, which it looks like he will be able to slip away and even be collected by Robs. So Deagle can be dropped by Sunny, Deagle can be dropped by Robs, and they're going to have an AK and a UMP. Unless there's a kill here. That's very nice from Device. That's actually a really big deal, because otherwise, you actually have 4 weapons being brought into the next round effectively.
Yes, and Sunny has Kevlar, so he needn't spend too much money. Again, he can drop his Deagle to a teammate, stay with that AK-47, try and do more damage as Mousesports come in for a strong buy in the next round. Now, if Astralis can avoid that and continue to abuse the MAC-10, then that has its own advantages as well. So there are inroads to make for both teams in round number 3. But again, we await the AWP for Mousesports in round number 4. I did mention how strong they have been on some Nuke games during the season. The question is, can they transfer that to LAN? We won't have to wait too long to find out. Astralis spreading outside. They know there's only one long-range weapon. Long-range rifle, at least. The Deagles are out here, of course. And speaking of the devil, and he shall appear, his name today is Oscar, and Zipex is dead.
Oh, this angle, we love to see it. It's very, very nice. Sunny picks up a free one as well, and it's wow. I'm so surprised how effective Mousesports have been when they just have these pistols. Glaive will try to make his way forward, and Sunny picks up another frag as well outside. This is looking really problematic. Glaive now trying to take control of the fence, and my goodness, that is very convincing stuff from him. Magisk now with the bomb is trying to make his way down towards Secret, trying to keep himself safe, but with Sunny all over the place, it can be very, very dangerous. You can see Glaive is moving into position to help him, just to make sure that they can keep this bomb under control. And are they actually going to go towards heaven here? This is a pretty cool play from Astralis. If they are able to get up to heaven and not lose any players, they have suddenly a very strong position to work from. And as far as Mousesports' positioning goes, I don't think that they have any way to deal with this. You can see one in ramp, one outside around the silo, and one on the lower bomb site. So if the plant does go down upper, Mousesports would be in retake with no kit and no smokes, although Sunny, he has actually found a good timing here.
He saw a silhouette of a massive arse, so now he's going to come in from the back. Glaive can't react in time. Magis has to fake. He's got 10 seconds, can only do it for so long. The HE now, Stico with the peak, and that is the round. Mousesports steal a round away before they bring out the AWP, so on and so forth. So they get bonus money because 3 players have survived. They could even opt to hold on to the UMP or go for the big guns immediately, but that is not what Astralis were expecting. They had difficulty after winning the pistol in the first half of Mirage, and it seems the same will be true of Nuke. That is 3 from 3 pistol rounds, though, for Astralis.
Yeah, this damage that Mousesports are doing is so encouraging, you know, as a predictor for their performance on the CT side. And imagine if they have a CT side like they did in Mirage. This should be really fun to see. This shotgun will come out immediately onto Oscar, and you know, we should expect to see that orb coming into Chris J's hands very soon. He's got 7K, as you can see at the bottom left of your screen, and this is fun. I like that we're seeing such strength here from Mousesports. Astralis is typically a team that it's very difficult to do damage to them when they're playing an anti-eco, but Mousesports threatened to win the previous round, and then they won the last one, or the one previous to the last one. So that's really impressive. They've actually got a decent chunk of money left because of winning that save round.
Dupree with the sniper, looking through the squeaky door. The CTs will know the angles. I like that. Double HEs in response. They know what the open door means. And they try to welcome it with welcome arms. A play on the word, of course. But nothing doing just yet. But that's one to look out for. How they threw those grenades and obscured their position. The AWP delivered to one of the most dangerous men in the game with a long-range weapon. And Astralis start to creep outside. They've got 4 smoke grenades, 2 of which are being deployed. There is an off angle towards the main position being held by Sunny. Now, too many teams have gaps when they deploy these smoke grenades. Device getting sneaky. Maybe Chris J sees a hint of a player, maybe, but doesn't fire a shot, and Device is still looking at all the potential angles. The flick comes too late, and Chris J only needs 1 opportunity.
Can't quite pull out the shotgun in time there. That would have been huge damage. And they'll make their way quickly onto the lower bomb site, but it is quite a desperate push. You can see Robs is already in position. That's the bomb lost. And good information here for Robs' teammates to use as they start to position to help him out. But he is maneuvering himself excellently with these sound cues and goes for the last engagement on the lower bomb site. Almost makes it work. Dupree down critically low, but if he's not actually dead, he poses a massive problem, finding another headshot. And now there's time to plant this bomb, but not too much time. Dupree can't really mess around with fakes here. See a smoke from his teammate to keep him safe. Sunny waiting for Stico to get into position to make this one happen.
Once he's in position, he can deploy this Molotov round the back, which will force them forwards. Dupree in the reds. Sipex holding an angle with the AWP. The HE goes the wrong way, but Stico finds the right way to take out Dupree. And now Sipex is remaining, misses his shot. The AWP can be collected. They can delay the defuse and collect everything to save them money. That is a $600 Molotov as far as Mousesports are concerned. Definitely worth the value to just run over the players and make sure they pick up anything they can find. 2-2, the score is tied. The bomb was planted, but Astralis cannot quite buy just yet.
Love this patches of play from Robs here, just maneuvering really effectively. Almost takes down Dupree actually in that fight. But I also love the grenade usage here from Sunny. You know, he knew exactly what where they would go after he placed that Molotov. And now Deagles for Astralis. Deagles on the T side of Mirage for Astralis didn't really do too much. Let's see if they can have a better result here on Nuke. Mousesports though, they are looking really confident, James. Doesn't matter how bad their start seems to be, they still manage to recover.
Desert Eagles. The kick on these weapons is something you would not believe if we try to explain. It's crazy, firing one of these in real life. No sound cues given away by Astralis. Plenty of time on the clock, but of course, the element of surprise is so key for them. as little warning as possible. Very important to try to abuse these numbers. Even if they can get out of ramp with these numbers, it will still be a tall order to deal with Rops. Glaive slowly creeping out, and there's Rops. And that's the advantage of not holding one angle, not just standing there and holding the angle the entire time, but to peek every so often. It can reward you with a free kill such as that. And now Device in the 1 versus 3. Stika with a crouch peek, though, will stop the bleeding for Mousesports, losing 2 players, but they will be content with that as they take the lead here on Nuke.
Yep, and we're still yet to really see too much efficacy from this shotgun buy from Oscar, but we know that it's coming at some point. He must be. I bet you that he's probably the professional. If you have statistics of usage of shotgun in professional matches, in the top 8, he's got to be like the guy that buys it by far the most.
Well then, we have the initial exchange. We've got Sunny on the low ground, everybody else up high for now. One smoke out, but Glaive has already passed. Sunny lies and waits, though Glaive has the AK. He will find a headshot first. Sunny moving back towards decontamination. There's Oscar starting to strafe with the auto shotgun. Doesn't need to take a second engagement. Now he's got the headshot angles from Sunny, and Matis will get 2, and that quickly makes things better, but he dies to the flame, so it's not quite even. There's a man advantage. Chris J moving quietly up top. There's still a minute on the clock for Astralis to play with, but do they have control of the bomb?
Yeah, and they are using that time, just holding position, seeing if there'll be any pushes from a Mousesports, and there will be. Device was actually watching this angle. I'm not sure if he's moved. He hasn't, so this seems to be a genius read of the game here from Device. Now, how deep will they go? The timing here is so critical. Oh, Device. Oh my god, the timing is incredible. That is Counter-Strike for you, ladies and gents. Zipex now trying to make his way forwards. Yet to actually have a kill so far in this game of Nuke. Let's see if he can find one here. 1 versus 3 clutch. Zipex, we know him to be excellent in these situations, but this is very difficult on this bomb site. Open plant at the very least, but if the timing is good for Mousesports, if they coordinate well, should be very difficult for Zipex to make something happen here, but he's done some good damage, forcing them back, but still needs to get the kills, and he can't get a kill. Very unfortunate for Zipex, did his best, but it wasn't enough in this instance, and Mousesports will survive with 3 again.
So far, so good, but they did string a big collection of rounds together in the first half of Mirage, and it didn't prove to be enough. So I'm not going to get carried away with this one. Mousesports have all intentions of taking this to a 3rd map, which I believe is Dust 2, if I'm not mistaken. Astralis have the money to buy, but if they go for the AKs, they won't have the grenades. You need a smoke grenade, you need a HEs for the squeaky in the main position, if that's what they want to do. They've got enough to do that at least, to go for a fast play in towards the A site. So let's see what it is. And indeed, there's the hut rush. I hit a HE for the squeaky door. The smoke grenade for the main position. Stiko blind, you can see now, but 2 players have been lost. Now, how much do they want to reinvest into trying to go for a retake? While they have the high ground, they may be convinced to do so, but that smoke is a problem. And they will spread elsewhere.
That's a very big problem. This still looks really good here for Astralis. What can Chris J find with the orb, though? Will he give him anything? Oh, that is some damage. Will he go again? Did he actually hit Device there? I think he may have done. My goodness, Chris J will have no idea how much damage he's done, but they don't really have the ability to do too much with it. Can maybe get some kills as Astralis need to keep players on the bomb site still because they're not so sure if they're going for this or not, and there is a quick flurry of kills. Everyone goes down for Mousesports. The late retake attempt will be foiled, and that will be Astralis with another round, but there is still some decent money here for Mousesports.
It looks quite suicidal for Mousesports, but the problem is... Excuse me, the problem is we've seen them win so many 2 versus 5s in the last shift that, you know, and I think because they almost all had Molotovs, but there isn't really a position to necessarily use most of them, throwing them into main, for example. So that was more expensive than it needed to be, and so early on as well, I feel like they were carrying enough that they've basically lost an additional buy in that. And that may have an impact in the rounds to come if Astralis start to bring things back. Zipex taking massive damage through that squeaky door position, which has not been so friendly to Astralis just yet. Sunny once again quickly into the lower area. Just trying to delay as much as possible with his Molotov. There will be an exchange of flames, and he'll follow up with a HE grenade. Zipex on 13 HP. Oscar not far away with 22. Christian looks for an entry in a position he's been spotted in before, but maybe that makes it less expected. Oscar blind around main, and there are problems on A.
Yeah, Steeko, how much can he get here? With the 1v1s, the spray will do some additional damage. Chris J and Sonny both have space to work their way forwards, but Dupree, very violent stuff here. Now down to Robson, the 1 versus 2. The bomb down on the ground as he looks to try to find some more space with the flash, and he will reposition. The bomb not planted just yet, so he has a lot of time to work this one. Dropping down the ladder, and I'm not sure if how many sound cues have been given away here. Rops will ascend once more. Oh, that will actually not do anything, that Molotov. That's nice for Rops. And there is an opportunity here for him if he's quick, because Ipex is staring at this, but if he whiffs 1 or 2 bullets, Rops will have enough time to kill him. As he looks for the player below. And there is the flick, but he can't find the trigger in time. Zipex will take him down, and that will be 4-4 now, as the money's gone for Mousesports. I think the 3-man retake they attempted, I think that was to try to just wipe out Astralis and die with the bomb.
Yeah, but we will see that now Mousesports have no money, and I feel like it's more valuable at that point for your CT side than it is to take the weapons away. That's my opinion anyway, doesn't mean it's right or wrong. At the end of that previous round, Rops tried to suggest that he was running towards main, but because of the Molotov, I don't think Astralis even heard it. They were looking for a ramp rotation or somebody in that heaven position, and now they find themselves with pistols, which is why I think, for me, it's easy to say with complete information, but with the positions they had, the man disadvantage, I don't think there was value in going to the point of no return in that particular round, because I don't think that their economy could necessarily sustain it. So now they are on the pistols. Of course, we saw some bizarre rounds run from Mousesports in the previous map, but again, it wasn't enough to take the map. As you can see from that square between the scores, Astralis are 1 map to the good at present in this best of 3. And it doesn't look too shabby in this round for them to take the lead.
And the question, how many rounds do you need to get, is really impossible to answer when you looking at 2 teams of this caliber, because they can both have really strong T sides or really strong CT sides. And you know, we're seeing what looks to be developing now is a potentially strong T side from Astralis. Buy will be in again for Mousesports. Oscar on the shotgun as per usual, which will allow him to fill out on grenades. He can get a full buy with the shotgun for $4,000, as you can see there. And no AWP on the map at all, actually, for either side. And might get a fast rotation down lower through the secret there. 2-man setup on ramp for now. Mousesports completely voiding outside. There's no one there at all. They've only got Chris J spotting it, so he can get some information. Trying to play a really safe angle.
Does that invite him to peek deeper? I don't know if the CTs have eyes towards players in main, and Astralis have made plays towards that position to split the A site. But Mousesports have 2 players on the low ground at the moment. Normally Sonny is alone in that regard. Device appears to be lining up a smoke grenade for the heaven position of A. Is this a fake or is it the truth? We've got Glaive in the secret position, but Astralis seem to have a focus towards the A site unless they're going for a vent dive. Dupree and Zipex on opposite sides of the squeaky door, and Hut is being held as well.
Glaive is edging his way closer and closer to the vents from lower though, and Sonny might get the spot. He'll certainly see the nade coming in, and they may suspect that there's more players behind Glaive than there is. It could be a mini fake, but yeah, it's looking like they're going to double back here, go up outside towards main as his teammates go into the upper bomb site. Steeko, though, doing excellent amounts of damage. He finds the bomber, and that's 2 now left for Astralis. Their lurkers effectively now trying to re-enter the bomb sites. And there's a lot of CTs lurking around. Sonny will go down, but Device seems to realize that the vents is a possibility. The flash goes out. Oscar still playing with them, trying to suggest that he's shooting at one of his teammates, and Oscar up and down the ladder finds a headshot. Only 1 though, as 10 seconds remain for Glaive to find the last 2 kills or a bomb plant, and it looks very difficult from this position. Pincered by Rops, and that will be the round for Mousesports.
5-5, a tight map once again, but Astralis have got plenty of money, 6k plus, 6k to 9k basically. And Mousesports are buying to an inch of their economy, so that round could be a blessing in disguise if Astralis can reset Mousesports in this round. Mousesports winning the last, well, 3 of the last 4 rounds. So there is a big potential in this for Astralis if they can win this round. Looks like it could be a quick split of the A bomb site with the rotation. We may just see this from Rops later on, but for now, they've got to try and defend Mousesports.
I like the fake last round, but, well, the run and gun approach this round is not going to work out quite so well. And this is not looking good right now. Device will go down outside as well. They're getting absolutely mauled left and right. Just Dupree now alive. Now the money sucks for Mousesports, so any kills that Dupree can get is actually very valuable. Looking to see if we can find the first one. That's beautiful movement. Oh my god, Dupree's movement in fight is so strong. Wow.
But it's only a small highlight. The board is covered in the color of Mousesports. And now the money is worse for Astralis. Again, that was a very big round for Astralis, and I feel like if you're a coach or something and your team have just lost a round, but you have that potential, it's a big focus and a big positive, so you don't feel down after losing a round. But then when you get wrecked like that and all your short-term opportunity has gone, it's kind of hard to keep the spirits up. But Device had plenty of money, so he's gone for an hero AK. There are some sets of Kevlar for Astralis on most of their players, and a bunch of smoke grenades as well. So we could see the wall of smoke, and that can stretch out Mousesports across both sides. Send somebody towards the B bomb site, for example, and they can try to abuse their numbers wherever they choose to go. This time it will be Oscar towards B rather than Sunny, and Rops lies in wait on ramp.
It's not a bad position, especially with the bait set up from his teammate. They all look to focus on Chris J, and Rops has at them. Nice combination between the two, and that 1-2 punch will be enough to absolutely floor this round. 7-5, Mousesports regain control quite quickly.
Show me the money.
From Astralis. Astralis not really able to get that much momentum. They got 3 rounds in a row. Let's not forget as well that Astralis also won the pistol here. So they've won 3 out of 3 pistols so far in this series.
Yeah, it's a similar story to the first half of Mirage. Mousesports took the game. I mean, the map afforded them more opportunities to take the game to their opponent, but they did, and they were successful. And Astralis did not have the momentum that we are so used to seeing. And the same can be said now in these recent rounds. Big opportunities came and went, and now they have they are trailing. They lost the lead, and they are trailing by 2. They are coming out with the 5 AKs, but as you can see, their utility is limited. They've got 2 Molotovs, 1 HE on Glaive. Will this be another fast play into the A bomb site? That's the main use of a HE on the T side, I would say. Blast off the squeaky door, and he will do exactly that. But Astralis are lining up. Oh no, he won't actually, excuse me, but Mousesports will. Good job for them. Fast split attempted by Zipex, and again, Sunny's here for support as well, so there will be a trade, but the trades continue. Now it's a 3 versus 3. They know one phase in the garage. Chris J can't defend A, and there are big problems here for Mousesports.
2v3, you always feel like it's doable, but Astralis will certainly make it hard. They are delaying as well, trying to see if there's going to be a reaction, not just going for the pun immediately. They know that they can, but here it comes. Rops has made his way into lobby. His teammate Sunny outside. And Rops may have to wait for him to arrive into main, which is smoked off, and there's the nades, which will tell Astralis that there was 1 player towards main. The second player still unknown. That's Rops, and he needs to get a kill here. This element of surprise has to be converted, but it's Device who converts it and finds it, and that's going to shut it down. Sunny now no chances at all in this. You need the distraction, you need the team play, and that was taken away by Astralis. So 6 rounds will be on the board for them as Mousesports have enough in the hole for another round of buy, but so back and forth between these 2 teams. Surely we'll see the AWP out on Chris again.
Now they've got the money for it. Why the hell not? There is the Astralis team. Christmas tree lights for Dupree. Not too far away. And indeed, we will see the AWP for Chris J. Oscar will fall by the auto shotgun. And up Mousesports go into the A side. Look at the numbers for Astralis. They've got somewhere to be. They're not taking a ticket. They're forcing the issue. They want to keep on the desk right now, but Oscar and that also Shotgun. He's making paper as well. That's so much money. Device the last man standing, 1 versus 2. He can still do this. Seems that Rops could be in up top. Does he have full information now? He's picked up the bomb, taken some extra damage. Will try to delay the rotation, but Mousesports will be fast towards the ramp.
Might be timing here to go for it. It looks like it. The peek comes in. Ooh, I don't think he saw Device. Oh, busy lining up a grenade. Now it actually tags him on the way out, so they know exactly where Device is at this point. And there's no smoke and no incendiary remaining on the CT side, so maybe Device can find a way forwards. Just one flashbang on Robs. Door will be blown to pieces, to smithereens, as the defuse will come in, and it's a hold here. Device, he's not interested in pushing for this. He's going to let it happen. And maybe a frag? No. Denied by Sonny. Great work from Oscar. 4 kills from the shotgun, as you said, James. That is money.
$3,600. He is stuffing money under his mattress. He had to buy a new bed for more mattresses to stack more money. Oh my God. Show me the cash. See the club, Oscar. Can they take it to 9-6? It's a difficult buy for Astralis. Glaive with the AWP. This may be spawn-based towards Squeaky Door, for example, because obviously you don't normally expect him to be wielding it. No, he's on the outside looking for something. And he's the AWP no Kevlar, so he may be holding on to that for a while. 2 pistols for Astralis. Zipex has been taken down. The next victim, a next scalp to be put on the shelf of Oscar, and that auto shotgun. That's a great start for Mousesports.
There it really is. Very fast down lower from Device. Smoked off, he's going to play in front of it, and he's going to die. It was a noble effort, but it will not go well. The last round, and it's such a pitiful buy here. Can they put Glaive in a position to succeed with that orb? Looking like that's not going to happen at this point, considering the fact that Glaive only has 1 teammate to work with now. 3 peek. Now they know what's up. Orb moving through main. And so, oh, hello, Stiko just running around in the open. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're starting to see Glaive put something together. There's a third one. Is there a return? There is. Rops gets the trade. Now Magis, though, he's picked up an AWP as well.
36 seconds remain. Where does he deploy the Molotov? Down into the vent. Plants for heaven. And Sonny is there. Sonny, the ever-dangerous Sonny, with kill number 11. Trying to catch up with the frags of Oscar and Dupree, both on 14. Zipex had a nightmare in that half, though. He is 1 for 10.
Yeah.
So that wasn't very good for him. But Mousesports a 9-6 lead at half-time. It would be good for them if they could win a pistol.
Absolutely. That's kind of the thing you want to see at this point. It always feels sad for a team if they don't win a single pistol, not just in a map, but in a series. Now, of course, if you are just joining us, Astralis were able to steal away Mirage with a 16-14 victory in the first map, and in this second map, you know, you feel like Mousesports are set up well to maybe bring us to a third, but they've got to take this pistol. They've got to start off strong against the likes of Astralis, and they are about to show us exactly what they have to try to do that.
Chris J dropping 2 P250s once again. I'm glad we're finally seeing these kind of plays on a T side. Even before the recent pistol changes, I thought this should have been more of a thing, because the range was always there. But the kill won't be for Stiko. Rops looking towards Secret, and Device is en route, but distraction is being run. But he's aware. Nice one tap from him, looking for the next engagement, potentially the next victim in this 4 versus 4. Again, Astralis have won 3 from 3 pistols so far. They have less implication than they did before, but it's not too far off, so this is still a very needed win for Mousesports.
I like that flashbang, actually. That got Zipex really well, even though it went to his side, and they'll take him down. Ooh, instant dink. Now it's Mousesports looking really good on this pistol. Perhaps they can take it after all. Dupree trying to hold off Rops with a headshot angle, but Rops will not entertain him for too long. Only understanding to go for the push when Dupree moves. And now Glaive will find his way onto a flank. There is a chance here. Glaive, he's been pretty good. 15 and 12. Oh my God. Execution style. Sonny's dead as well. 1 bullet's all it takes. And now Dupree back in action there. 2 HP, but if he finds the flank, my God. Like ships in the night back to back. Here goes Chris J though, finding Glaive for short. He's got to find the headshot. Glaive picks up another one. That's 4 for him so far. Now down to 11 HP. The defuse comes in. They don't have a kit. Oscar, he can make it. Has to come off the bomb. Dupree, 2 HP. No kit. Oscar hits the shot, and that's the round for Mousesports. Finally, they'll take a pistol.
Oh my god, they indeed have won the pistol. That was really tense from both perspectives. Very, very back and forth, small margins, 2 ships passing in the night, as you said, Dan. And eventually, Mousesports will win the Big P. And it does look like we have a force buy from Astralis. Maybe that's a score dependent. If it was 9-6 to them, I wonder if we would still see this. They are a map 2 the good at present, Astralis. 3 HE grenades for the CT side. Device with a scout. Mousesports they've got time to play with. They will try to identify what setup there may be. I don't know if that HE was deployed from inside A, because you can do that if the glass is broken, which the Ts will probably do. If you're on the rafters, you can throw a HE grenade towards that silo position. And 1 HE went there from somewhere or other. 2 HEs remain. But these CZs will be dangerous as well. And they are being baited, walking into the CZ of Zipex. He's traded, but they need more than that. They have to take this area, and that includes fracking Glaive. Things improve with a 3rd kill for Mousesports. No weapons collected for Astralis. They will try to concentrate on position rather than claiming a weapon.
Plenty of time for Mousesports to do whatever they want, and it's always nice going up to heaven. Obviously, there's some slight risk if there's someone up there waiting for you, but if there's not... Oh, that's a good nade, potentially. Oh, that's some big damage, but Dupree very far away. I don't know if there's a gun for him to take. And the bomb will be planted. But he can try to save the Kevlar and the CZ. Oh, what is that? Is that a Mach 10? Guess that will do for now. Mousesports will move to 11. Should they keep 3 alive, they'll be looking to grow their economy with this round.
Just note what Dupree's doing here. He sees what looks like a better weapon on the floor, and he's just checking to see if anybody is protecting the weapon. Is the weapon a bait? But also, he may try to delay dropping this weapon because it will concede his position. See what he chooses to do. A lot of people see the gun and be like, oh my god, a gun, and collect it straight away. As you can see, he is as careful as he can possibly be. The very last moment, giving the sound cue away to his opponent, but before he even thinks of picking it up, he checks to see if any angles are being held. So that's a kind of awareness that you need to bear in mind, something you can absorb and learn from at home.
And also, when the bomb goes off, it makes such a racket that it will conceal a lot of your, well, any sound pretty much. So that's also helpful to think about.
Another eco round for Astralis. We'll see if this Galil can do anything. Better armor penetration than an M4A4. Dupree has Kevlar and a smoke grenade, of course. And Device is dead. Oscar may be looking to create a hole in a door. It's his own form of arts for the time being. Elephants and paintbrushes, Oscar with a door and an AK-47. There we go, he's made a little porthole. Magis goes to have a look. Doesn't quite work out for him. 5 versus 3. As Mousesports look to eliminate more players. Chris J gets a kill with the SMG. That's nice bonus money for him. $1,200 in total. And Glaive is the last man standing. Galil would be worth a save if he could find it. I don't know if he's been spotted. Apparently not. Ooh, does he go for 2? It will just be the 1. And Mousesports have doubled the score of Astralis.
It's going quite well for now. But the AWP will be in play now from Device. This is quite funny because we could see Device, oh no, was it Magis? Yeah, the second time around just moving, just standing exactly where Oscar had been shooting for quite some time. Looked quite comical. But indeed, it's such a great lead for Mousesports, and there's a quick molly onto the roof of the huts that will force Dupree off into the open, but there's no one there to punish him. We'll do some damage though. Utility is thrown here, and those nades can serve to bait out most of the CT utility. And you can sort of re-execute into the bomb site later with less counter utility to worry about from the CT side. So it's always worth doing. Smoke grenades outside to slowly but surely work on some map control. There's a gap there. Okay, there we go. Will be plugged by Sunny. Molotov into secret as well. So they're just taking away all the vision they possibly can. There is a small gap in that smoke as well. You've got to be really careful with this. Dupree will be fine. Mousesports start to test ramp. Getting to the mid-round now, and Mousesports would like to take some map control.
3 flashbangs for Mousesports. A smoke grenade towards main, and a play will be attempted. And Molotov hasn't quite done the job, but the AK will for Chris J for a time. He'll be traded. 38 seconds remain. Dupree's got such a strong angle, but Stiko still manages to get the kill. Double peeks if necessary. Glaive may be spotted. He's got good position. He's got cover now. He can be bait for Device, but Device has to hold on the hut at the same time. He's got 2 jobs. He's holding down 2 jobs, and Rops gets shot in the head through the vent, maybe even the floor. This looks okay for Mousesports. Now it looks terrible. Well, more work must be done. He's got to get on this bomb plant. He's got to obscure his angle from heaven. Oscar, 1 versus 2. Device back up top. Oscar's looking for him. Both snipers, but only one has got an AWP. He will look for the rotator. Maybe he heard Zipex. He's got a great angle, but the crouch peek from Zipex will be enough, and the recovery starts for Astralis.
That's a really, really big frag from Zipex. Can't imagine what might happen if they don't get that one. You can see there's no kit as well, so Device probably would have been put in an impossible situation by Oscar. So really critical 1v1, and Astralis will be straight back in it on their first proper buy round. Although they did take some damage, the bomb did go down for the T side, so there will be buys to follow. So you can see some good work coming in here from Glaive after these 2 kills. As you said, you know, serves as the bait. This shot though from Device was absolutely nuts. I think Rops, I think it was just through the lip of the vent there. But imagine if Rops gets
through
down.
everything. It was through the fabric of our universe, Stan. That's what it was through. 7-12, 5 rounds, very achievable for Astralis. They must continue to drain the money of Mousesports. Device in position with the AWP. Hardly see anything, any slight gap in the floor. One player has passed. Glaive is in the low ground. Dupree harassing the vent. And Zipex behind the smoke on the ramp. Could be a double peek coming in from Chris J and Ross. Although Zipex is maybe in a better position to punish Tracers. Ross really chasing, expecting a reload from Zipex, but he's lost the bomb in doing that. But Chris J will trade.
It's a pretty big frag. Nice flash coming in to stop the Device, but he can't be stopped. Returning for the re-peek with a flashbang. Another flash, but it might be a No, actually, Oscar's able to get the trade. So it's not a repeat for Device, and a 2v3 with a minute to play with is now the situation for Mousesports as Oscar looks to reclaim territory with Stiko in towards lobby. And Stiko, does he have a read of any positions here? Doesn't look like he does, but he'll just keep that crosshair placement in good stead as he makes his way forwards. Ragiso takes an Oscar. Stiko, oh, can't quite do it. Was a quick flick, but it is going to be another round for Astralis. 8-12, 4 rounds behind now as the money diminishes for Mousesports. They only need a single save and then they'll be back into action again.
Okay, the driving seat is with Astralis at the moment, but can they hold on to it? A tactical timeout from Mousesports as they discuss what changes are needed. Device on the AWP. Glaive 22 for 16. Zipex is starting to catch up a little on 4 kills now. Everybody has been turning up for Mousesports. But their lead is starting to dwindle, as is the time on their timeouts. And back in we go. Hold on a second. We've got a very interesting situation developing for Mousesports. Just when you thought it was safe to eco, I mean, look how many rounds they won on Mirage. They're going for a crazy play here. They're abusing their 4-round lead and maybe taking Astralis by surprise. Now, do they try to conceal that they've gone for the force buy by not really revealing anything? No spray through smokes and so on. Oh dear. Well, maybe they know now.
Ouch. That's quite the shot and a half. Maybe a gun for Rops or Stiko. I think Rops is the more accomplished AWP stand-in. Device too smart for that trick. Before Oscar would have it. He had an opportunity, but he wasn't quick enough. Orb indeed goes actually to Chris J instead, and Chris J gives his Galil to Rops, which definitely makes more sense. And looking to maybe make this Orb work. Oh, that's close, but he can't find the connection. And he's taking some damage for it as well. And it's really unfortunate because you only get so many opportunities to open things up until you lose too many players, take too much damage, or waste too much time without getting map control. It has a cost. playing in this fashion. And you can see that they want to switch up the pace now, knowing that the pick-based play won't work out. But in the gaps that were created, Clay pushed forwards and catches them off by surprise.
Indeed, Astralis not allowing Mousesports to play their game in more forward positions than you might expect. And Clay is standing in the smoke outside, so they have plenty of information, and seeing the bomb helps yet more. They've got to go past the vent to collect the bomb again. Chris J sees a player in heaven. Does Zipex peek once more, though? Rop's taken out, and just one kill for Mousesports. This is a complete and utter failure of a round for them, but it was a calculated risk with a 4-round lead, which is now turned to 3, which is likely to turn to 2. They probably calculated that they get an extra buy with the loss bonus they were already at if they go for the force buy in that round. But you would like to see more damage from them. Didn't happen.
Yeah, it's definitely... It was a bit flat, unfortunately. They had some good plays, but just got to hit those shots, and it's very difficult to do. So it is what it is, and the save comes in. They took the risks. Live by the sword, die by the sword, and all that. So we'll see just the Deagle on Steeko. Everyone else with P250s and Glocks. Device will whiff this time, but it's pretty safe out there. Good Glaive for support as well. And Magis as well in the... Oh, Dupree actually in the main position.
Chunks.
And it's a bit quiet now for Mousesports, trying to creep forwards, looking for the timing to push onto main and garage outside, but again, they are outgunned. Ooh, that's a whiff there from Device, and maybe there's a chance, but no. Steeko shut down, that's the Deagle gone, and it's a slow death, but a sure one for Mousesports in this round.
Spotted Sonny once more. Where are the other two players, though? Because Sonny's jumping around outside, but he does not have the bomb, and he's picked off Device with a P250. How on earth did he do that? That will cause more players to pay attention, but now they spot the bomb. 2-man spray down for Zipex, and they have enough information. Sonny's location is not too old for Dupree to take a forward angle in the lobby and shut down the round. Once again, only losing the one player, starting to build some cash now, but it's time for Mousesports to buy once more.
$10 to 12, and Astralis again starting to creep back into, well, closer to a tied situation. Full AKs from Mousesports and full nades, pretty much. Looks like it might be a fast one from them. They're going pretty hard in towards the lobby position, throwing all the nades, but they're just trying to force Astralis to throw some counter utility, I think, as usual.
I think it was Magis who extinguished the Molotov on the roof to allow Dupree to remain in position, which is a nice reaction from Astralis, whether it was needle or not. They're prepared for such an execute if it was real, which is good to see, and a dangerous fact for Mousesports, be they aware or not. Smokes outside, smokes towards main, and Mousesports have to be careful because, of course, in that previous run where there was a force buy, Astralis moved towards T-Red, took liberties outside, so Mousesports don't really know what's safe and what isn't, and now Mousesports are starting to run out of utility. Sonny's in a lurking position, could try to wrap into the A bomb site, and there's another Molotov onto the roof. Dupree's got to be forced away this time. Now there's no smoke to extinguish it, and he's on a low ground.
And MP9 as well can be a good gun for this spot, but not this time. Ross will take him down. Magis with the Orc trying to do the damage that he can. With Glaive, it's not looking too bad initially, but now everyone's dead. Down to Zipex, coming from the ladder, coming from the round position. Able to find one. 2 more to go as the bomb goes down. That should give him information as to where the next player is indeed. Zipex finishes off, spots Steeko, waiting for the peak. He's got a perfect crosshair placement, and that's the 1 versus 3 clutch. Zipex, beautiful round from him, saves the day. That will bring Astralis to 11. But with the loss bonus and the bomb plan, Mousesports will be back at it again with a buy.
He made it seem like such a simple 1 versus 3 after the first kill. Steeko had, I think, 28 HP, as you can see here. So they tried to go for the double peak, but of course he's got to be super careful. And then after Oscar goes down, it becomes very, very awkward indeed. Hard to time the correct peak based on where Zipex, different places he can stand as well. That is a disaster for Mousesports, but they still have that 1 round lead. Now the bomb plant allows them to buy once again. But this T side is looking difficult for Mousesports now.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult, but... Oh no, there's a gap. You've got to be careful with this. Well, Sonny surely knows it. He's not going to test it. Glaive on the angle. Just desperately waiting for someone to push that gap. That's what happened here. Sonny up on the red container, looking to see what he can find. Astralis in position, ready to pounce as soon as they get an opportunity to do so. This is so scary here for Sonny out there in the open. Rops will find one though. And ChrisJ's made his way down through the vent, so that could be a backstab towards Secret, which will open up Sunny to help ChrisJ down to the lower bomb site. The pincer. Yes, Chris will find a very easy fragment device unless he turns around, but he won't have the gun out, so that's a frag for ChrisJ. Now Glaive needs to investigate, and oh my. Oh dear, he's actually gone straight past his opponent. He's got no idea. Oh my god, this could be catastrophic. I'm not sure for which team though, because that flank into lobby as they move into ramp could be a problem.
Yeah, the question is who does this benefit? Maybe the timing's working out for Mousesports and they'll assume a flank eventually from this position. ChrisJ raining in with the headshots. And could this round be any more perfect despite that position of Glaive? It will have little to no impact in this round at this point, and Astralis have finally lost a round. And these previous rounds have been expensive for them, so their money's going to suck. 5 players alive for Mousesports would be fantastic. Big headshots coming in from ChrisJ as Mousesports move to 13.
Yeah, it's been such a tight game, a tight series so far between these two teams. It would only be fitting if it went to a third map. I would love to see that, honestly. Please, give it to me. That's what I'm interested in. But it's also just encouraging to see Mousesports looking a bit more alive, I would say. And they're dealing with these awkward situations very, very well. That is the difference between, you know, a top 8 level team and the teams outside of that tier 1, is being able to deal with spots where you're very, very uncomfortable and finding solutions out of it. Chris just absolutely ruining everyone with an AK-47. Perhaps one of the most surprising transitions we had was when ChrisJ suddenly wasn't an AWPer anymore, but a rifler and an in-game leader after really never doing either role properly before, and showing us that he's incredible at both.
I think that was maybe a very early warning into the hybrid player, the rise of the hybrid player.
Yeah.
Basically, a rifler who can snipe, although he is kind of in reverse, but it equates to the same thing. 13-11, Mousesports. Can you take this to... Oh, just imagine Dust 2, considering the firepower of Mousesports, considering the prowess on the CT side of Astralis and the artistic fashion in which they hold on to the long area. That would be so good to see, but there are 3 more rounds for Mousesports to win if they are to take it there. Mousesports intimating to a fast A execute. Maybe they're trying to pull Astralis out of position, but again, maybe they're trying to bait grenades. We saw a fantastic example earlier on when Mousesports Molotov the roof forced Astralis to extinguish it, ready for the push. And then when the actual push came in, the Molotov was back. There was no more smoke to extinguish it. They compromised their positions and they pushed on. So they suggested an A play. They've blasted open Squeaky Door. And they've done nothing. The grenades are light for Astralis, and then now it seems like a wall of smoke. But with Dupree's angle, I do wonder how aggressive he will be. Will he start to move forward in this position?
It's dangerous. This is very dangerous. Dupree has such an advantage. ChrisJ knows it's possible. Oh, he's able to... Can he slide past the angle? Well, they know the AWP is there now. And again, that open door, you've got to be really cautious of that, because all the information was there for Dupree. He realized, okay, they're doing something outside. Okay, I'm looking for the rotation back into lobby. He catches it. That could very well have been a frag, but it's not.
Sound cue. But it's a debate. Or Glaive spotted. Inopportune moment, but they get the kill regardless, Astralis. And there's Glaive trying to get a second one. Spots ChrisJ, who is carrying the bomb. 21 HP for him. 35 seconds for Mousesports. The time is running low, and this hasn't really been favourable for them in this series so far. Sunny picked off by Device. Sibek's trying to defend the B bomb site. He's got Dupree for a double peek as well. Creeping around the bottom of the ramp inside the site. Dupree delivers a kill. 20 seconds now. Dupree picking off the bomb carrier. Seiko left alone, 1 versus 3. 15 seconds. Is there anywhere safe for him to plant the bomb? Looking towards the double doors. Spotting one player towards the ramp, but he has to keep going. He can't move to try and engage these players, but he's going up the ramp, away from the bomb plant, trying to eliminate one of these 2 players. If he's lucky, maybe he finds both, but Device, no, not realizing what's going on, but there's no time to win the round. Stiko will save an AWP, but the round is with Astralis.
Yeah, Zico did the smart thing there. He's never, ever planting the bomb, so he goes for the frags instead. And he manages to get an AWP save out of it, and as well as some additional damage. So really well played from Zico. You know, he's been playing pretty well overall. We saw some really cool frags from him here, good entry kills, but it wasn't enough for his teammates to be able to take it over the line. And we can't really stress enough how critical that round win was for Astralis. If they lost that round, they would have been on the reset, and they would have, or rather, they would have been on like a full save. I think they spent everything, and they would have had $1,900. So it would have been a save. Mousesports likely on 15 rounds before Astralis can field anything again. So with Astralis winning that round, again, we have this situation where it's 2 full buys fighting for the reset, and this one is worth 2 for the team that wins it. So that is why we're seeing the timeout come in. They know how important it is.
Going down to the wire. Again, Zipex with the UMP, some shortcomings for Astralis. Again, Mousesports suggesting a fast play into the B bomb site, maybe trying to bait some reaction. This time Oscar's holding the angle. Someone chooses to walk into it, maybe to their detriment. Glaive low health will be taking the AWP. He can't really afford a duel exchanging bullets with 16 HP. He'll have to be quick on the trigger finger. You can see Device holding the off angle towards main in case people hop in from the roof or otherwise. And Mousesports appear to be lining up a wall of smokes outside.
Yeah, we've seen this before from them as in a part of their default, just the initial harassment, get rid of some CT utility, then throw the wall of smokes outside and go for a play, which is really cool. A lot of teams start with the wall of smokes.
Sonny can actually walk through that smoke into main. If someone's in main, he's probably going to get shot. But the way that smoke that Stico throws lands, it's possible. But he's not expecting Device in this position, and that tells them a lot about what might be going on.
Down to Magisk. Oh, he can't get anything. I thought he was going to get 2. Now Glaive comes up the ladder, looking to see what he can find. Rops will assassinate him with the headshot there. And now Zipex from the lobby trying to work his way back in 2 versus 2 here as more frags coming through the smoke here. Device doing so much damage. Now down to Rops already with 2 kills. Maybe he's shot in the back of the head with a UMP. And that's 13-13. Astralis finally tied things up. And again, the reset comes in. Mousesports have, well, they're already reset. They have very little money to work with here. 2nd round loss in a row. They spent everything in the previous round. $1,900 were awarded to them here, and you can see that it's a pretty rough situation. They really do need to save. It will put Astralis onto 14 rounds, but that's manageable because if they're able to win the next round with their bye, then Astralis are reset. And if that happens, then Mousesports will likely win the game. So with a save, Mousesports are still in an okay position, as okay as this can be, I suppose. So let's see what the plan is here. Actually, are they? Oh, they're forcing it up. Ooh, at least Chris J is going to be spending a lot of money, and Sonny also down to 700. Again, it would have been the 3rd loss in a row, and they all had around $2,000. So that would have been 4K to 5K for most players in the next round if they had saved here. But they're opting to spend a bunch of cash, so they need to get a bomb plant. That is an absolute must. Them winning the round is incredibly unlikely, but getting a bomb plant will at least make this doable.
Smokes outside. Sonny quickly on the way. He was so close to the Molotov, I feel like he would have taken less damage. I don't know if the smoke was already bloomed, though. The priming of the grenade is enough for Zipex to hold on for the ramp position, buy some precious time for Magisk to rotate before they jump into the ramp, but he doesn't quite know what's going on. A look from Oscar. Oscar not carrying the bomb, so they don't have that information. A headshot from him. I don't know how much more they can do with this. Or maybe. Zico's got an AK-47. Dupree with some area control, stopping them from abusing the numbers, and exchange through the wall. Now, it's a 3-on-3. Mousesports have time, and they have a rifle. Glaive looking for information, because the longer this goes on, the more tense this might be for Astralis, considering it's Nuke, and Mousesports could be in many places, and now they have a 2nd rifle.
The health is definitely going to be a problem for them, you'd imagine, but these players obviously are very fast to the headshots, so that could, with the element of surprise, allow them to still make this doable. And again, the bomb plant is really critical here because they spent so much money and they don't have any rounds left to play in. Speaking of which, that's now 1 player down. Bomb still in the hands of Stico. And they'll move forwards. Device with a very strong off angle here. This is really difficult to deal with. The spray comes through, but it won't be good for the double. I thought for sure it was. Now Oscar has to get the bomb down, and he knows he can't. Glaive is right there to stop it. And we're going to see the damage this has done to the economy of Mousesports. Their money absolutely sucks. Astralis will be on 14 rounds, and Mousesports can feel the buy here, but it's going to be
my God,
not perfect.
I did feel like I thought by default they might be looking to play against match point, but with the damage they did, I thought it might spur them on to go for the force buy. And all things considered, this is pretty reasonable, but they don't even have a HE to open the squeaky door. They just got to do it by hand, turn the handle, hold an angle. Player going up the ladder. Oscar harassing. Spots Magic. I wouldn't pick that too much.
He hit him as well.
Yeah, got to be very careful with that. Now, what do Mousesports do from this position? They don't really have much position in general. They've got 2 flashbangs and a smoke, and that is about it. This is Nuke. This is not going to be easy.
Yeah, and this is a really smart play from Astralis. Understanding that there's very limited utility on Mousesports because of this buy, they know that Mousesports are very likely going through ramp because it's one of the easiest spots to open up with very limited utility. So, and they've got this boost, and they haven't used this boost so far on this CT side. This could be the surprise that breaks the back of Mousesports and could take the series, or help to take the series here for Astralis against them. Both teams have fought so well, so strong so far, but will it be over here? Zipex, such a strong position. 2 players below him, 3 kills. Oh my god, the smoke afterwards, as well as the bomb being dropped in front of it. That is devastating.
That is a big GG button right there, or it will feel like one, of course. Not match point yet for either side. Glaver's been taken out. This is wasting so much time, however. The surprise HE, goodbye Stico. 2 versus 4, 1 versus 4. Sunny, and now it's none versus 4. Match point for Astralis. So close, so far down the wire. But what do Mousesports have to fight with in this round?
Oh man, they can get maybe 1 AK out here reasonably. I'm not sure how they're going to play this one. Oof, what a read from Astralis. Again, just understanding the situation so well. And that boost was a stroke of genius. And indeed, 1 AK, pistols, and a MAC-10. That is a horrible situation to deal with, but they're going to have to try to make it work as they go fast outside. Oh, Device just up in the open. You never see players playing from this position. And he's going to maybe try to follow them through the smoke perhaps. He's got teammates to throw nades in. He's going to jump straight through down the stairs. He'll go. The spot players, he's going to be separating them. Device going forwards with the AK now. And they are getting sandwiched. Oh, this is just so horrible for Mousesports.
It's been so close. Both these maps, you could see on their faces after the first game, they felt like they won that one. Only 3 rounds away in the second map as well. But it will be a 2-0 for the best team in the world back in action. And maybe that war of attrition will be beneficial to Astralis after losses earlier on. May feel like they really had to fight hard for that one, and I think they did.
Oh, absolutely. It's actually crazy to think that